episode of Ring Rust Radio's Get Vocal Raw Recap Show, baby. Who's that I see next to me? Is that Mr. I don't show up to work on Mondays? I'm too busy on Mondays to show up to fucking Get Vocal, but I decided to come back when I decided to come back, Mr. Brandon Galvin. Long nickname.
That was a long nickname. I feel like I'm a little bit.
Yeah, let's do that.
Last week, Raw, it just got me way too sick. Couldn't stomach it. Went to sleep.
You didn't watch it, did you? You went to sleep early. Good. Honestly, that's the best episode of Raw you've seen in weeks. The one you didn't.
Donnie, let me tell you, though. We're broadcasting live on Get Vocal. Let me tell you about something. Broadcasting live on Get Vocal. It's a social media site focused on face-to-face conversations. And after 15 minutes, everybody watching will be able to jump into the conversation with us and other fans by clicking the button in the top right corner to match up with us so you can voice your thoughts on the good, the bad, and the ugly of Raw. So, Donnie, let's get right into it. The main event just ended. You are not happy. You were not happy this entire episode, which I thought wasn't a bad episode, but you were not happy. So why don't you tell me about why you're not happy?
About the main event or about all of Raw? Because we only got a couple minutes. I don't have all fucking night. I'll talk to you later this week on Ring Rust Radio for sure about all the reasons. But I'll just start with the main event. It's good to see WWE with arguably the most talented roster in the history of wrestling right now, leaning on four of the oldest motherfuckers I've ever seen. I thought Undertaker was going to blow at his knees on the fucking... He barely could hold up Triple H. Mike Chiari's over here telling me 5 stars. Shawn Michaels got a 5-star. He's looking flabby. His fucking eyes are going... Is he his head shaved? Who the fuck is this guy who took over the body of the Heartbreak Kid? Because he looks like a fucking ex-trucker who fucking lost his job because of DUIs at this point. So I don't trust him. And Kane, he's got chest hair and he looks flabby. You can tell already that the rigors of being a politician are just weighing on him immensely. Undertaker, he's fucking hit the part in his hair. His hair is worse than mine in terms of it's running from his nose. He's got LeBron hairline. Very few times do I ever say that Triple H is by far like the most athletic and the most like ready for a match and shit, but he's going to be the only thing in this match worth a fuck, honestly. And yeah, that's you said it. You said they're not being subtle at all with the idea of Shawn Michaels coming out of retirement. They're just beating me over the head with it. So, welcome to 2018. What did you think of it?
So you can't wait for this match on Saturday, and you can't wait for Crown Jewel. By the sounds of it, you are very excited.
I'm actually going to the mountains this weekend, and I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. and then take time away from both the mountains and my family.
Mm-hmm.
Watch this. So yeah, they got me hook, line, and sinker, dude.
Are you really, or is that a joke?
Oh, that's a fucking joke. Fuck that shit. Absolutely not. I'm going to be so fucking loaded on Friday night that I won't even see 10 a.m. I'd be surprised if I see the 10 a.m. hour. 11:05 is when I plan on waking up.
That's the replay. Yeah, I mean, at 5 a.m. start time, definitely not waking up for that. But I do have work Saturday morning, so I'll catch like the middle of the show. Obviously, that's going to main event it. Probably a bad decision when you have AJ Styles and Samoa Joe on your card.
But they don't main event. We know that.
They never main event.
They're not allowed.
Yeah, they main event like once.
There's a height requirement, like at the carnival for the main event. And like every time AJ's about to go to the ring, fucking there's Vince McMahon. He's like, "Hey, yeah, you come here, look at." Yeah, not tall enough, man. Not tall. Oh, Roman, hey, you fucking ready to main event? Now that's a fucking human right there. Braun, oh, shit. Samoa Joe, for Samoa Joe, it's a width one. It's like you got to be a certain width at the shoulders and a certain width at the waist. Otherwise, you're not welcome. Bobby Lashley walks through. Fine, no problem. Samoa Joe comes in there and he's fucking busting the middle out of it.
But yeah, man, they're not subtle at all with this tag team match. Like it's clear as day when you have the first two guys out, is Shawn Michaels and Kane. They're not even really part of this match.
Yeah,
and they're the ones selling the match. Then you have Undertaker come out, then Triple H comes out. So they're not being subtle at all.
They're selling past. They're selling past Australia and selling to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, like this felt like the go home for a match in a month from now. So it's very odd. Like, dude, we have then another month of this build.
Oh, I know. Here's my problem. You said it right. To me, this has always seemed to have been building to the tag team match instead of the singles match that also features these guys that will then build to that match. So right. I understand that. I understand that from their perspective because they are building to the money match, and for them, the money match is not it's not in Melbourne. It's in fucking Saudi Arabia because that's fucking Shawn Michaels coming out of retirement, and that ultimately will be building to the money match, which is Shawn Michaels' return to WrestleMania. To me, I've always felt probably the wrong move, but it's if they can get him back for them and just the draw that Shawn Michaels would be coming back, yeah, it's worth it for them, of course. But just I don't think I'm going to enjoy any of the build or what I'm going to get as the finished product. So I think that's the major letdown.
Yeah, and you said it, like they're already looking past this match, which they've been building for 2 months of Triple H versus Undertaker. And as a viewer, for now, like 4 straight weeks, you've been promoting Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker in some form or fashion, and now this tag team match. You're doing that before the first match has even taken place. Like they've wrapped 2 matches worth of build into 4 weeks before one match has even happened. Like, that's not how you book a show. Like, get to Australia, have Shawn Michaels interfere, Kane interferes, this whole thing breaks down, and then start building to your tag team match. They've now built the tag team match before the singles match takes place. Like, and that's as clear as day for us as viewers. That's a problem.
Sure. But if you're WWE, everyone already knows Shawn Michaels is coming out of retirement. At this point, they're just like, fuck it. We don't have to say it, but we can be like, okay, you're so excited for it. Here, we're going to give it to you. So now you know that basically Shawn Michaels is going to get physical in Melbourne. Okay, yeah. So there's that. At least you're selling that to me. I'm not saying I'm buying it, but I'm saying if I'm a fan, if I'm the run of the mill, lowbrow Mike Chiari's of the world, I'm really buying this match now because oh shit, Shawn Michaels can get physical. I'm so excited, dude. Hold my pants because I don't need them no more. But to me, it's always going to be whatever, no matter what they do. But that's just because I'm a cynical wrestling fan, and I would fucking much rather see if you're bringing Shawn Michaels back. I get why you're doing it this way because they feel like let's just fucking get everybody. But I've always hated that. I feel like let's spread that wealth. Undertaker can fight a younger guy. Shawn Michaels can fight a younger guy. Shit, Kane can fight a younger guy if you want to do that so bad. Triple H can fight a younger guy as he's been doing. And you now have spread that wealth of 4 talents to 4 other superstars. They don't all have to win, but even facing these guys, I know people hate saying like, oh, you lose to them. What do you gain from it? You do gain from it. You're not as much as you think, but I don't know, WWE seems to love doing that shit. So
now, to your point though, if the end game is for like a Royal Rumble or WrestleMania, ideally, where then you do spread the wealth, I'm okay with them doing it this way because you do need, from a storyline perspective and everything Shawn Michaels has said in interviews, you have to work him in with The Undertaker at some point because, like Undertaker said, you're afraid to face me. You don't want to come back because you're afraid to face me. So I understand just from a booking perspective, of like a storyline perspective, of having him come in some angle with The Undertaker. It's a good way to get him in with a tag team match. And you do it at these house show pay-per-views that are just network specials. If they have to have Shawn Michaels in like a tag team match against Survivor Series, cool. Maybe he has a singles match at the Royal Rumble or then WrestleMania against someone like AJ Styles. Then I'm all for this. But if your original prediction comes to fruition of like WrestleMania comes around and it's Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, that's a big problem. Then they miss the boat in a major way.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they kind of push it forward. The dirt sheets have been saying it's moved up a little bit, but to me, I feel like the Undertaker has shown no. In the past few years, he's not his schedule has not indicated that he will be working as many shows as they're saying. Like in that context, if he ends up working WrestleMania, which he always seems to do, he would work like 6 shows in a matter of a couple months. To me, that's not Undertaker, not even a little bit. I don't care how much money there is. So I think what you're going to get is you're going to get Undertaker here, Undertaker at the following month, And then you're going to get Undertaker at the Royal Rumble and Undertaker at WrestleMania. But it wouldn't surprise me if we don't see Undertaker after Jeddah, and then we have, or whatever city it is that hates women, and then we go over here and you don't see him again until WrestleMania. Sorry, I didn't take a parting shot at Saudi Arabia, but I mean, they are a bunch of monsters over there, so sorry about that.
By all means. I do think you get him in some type of match at Survivor Series, whether it's the singles match against Shawn Michaels or they do some type of Survivor Series style match with them involved. I think he wrestles at Survivor Series.
I don't think. I know that. Is there any special? Like, it was 93 that he debuted, or 92 he did debut at Survivor Series, right? 91?
90.
89.
90.
87. All right. Well, yeah, 90. That's what I said the first 2 times.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. But no, like, so there's not like it's not the centennial of that or anything like that. So, he feels like it. Looking at his body in the ring, it does feel like it was a centennial ago. But yeah.
He's dead.
Yeah, well, his fucking best part of him ever to me, and this is just shows the kind of person I am. My number one memory of Undertaker is the time his pant leg came up and we saw his leg, and I was like, that's not a bone. I was like, expecting like skeleton legs and shit like that. It's like so disappointing.
I thought you were gonna say Raw 1000 when you couldn't get his head off.
Bitch, I'm fabulous. Yes, let's talk about something that I'm familiar with. I don't know if it was if it's just the city, but I feel like the city of Seattle seems to hold a grudge for some reason. I think it's a strong indicator of just like the kind of people that live in Seattle. I really don't want to like be offensive to anyone, but it seems like they're a bit over dramatic about things, because Kevin Owens and Elias are like, hey, see, the Supersonics left for a reason. Your city sucks. And as somebody who gave Russell Wilson an F and the team won a Super Bowl in my face, I can understand the heat. So I appreciate the segment. I would say, in my opinion, probably top 5 of the last couple of years. And one just off the top of my head, one of those moments that's just the most heat you're going to hear in a while. This was massive heat. This was minutes long. This was drowning them out there, forced to scream into each other's faces, and it's still not rendering to the crowd. That was intense.
Like, blew away that Roman Reigns from last year after he beat the Undertaker. Right? Like,
that was 2 WrestleManias ago, right? Not last year's WrestleMania, 2 WrestleManias ago, right?
Last year being 2017.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I thought I thought the Brock heat, when we were leaving that building, that fucking heat was crazy. The heat for that match was crazy. They didn't care about the match, but once Roman won, it was just like a cascade of boos. And the boos for Undertaker was big too, but I felt like there was a lot of shock in that one.
I mean, like the Raw after WrestleMania, when Roman Reigns beat the Undertaker, the next night he came out and like didn't say a word.
Got booed out of the building. Yeah, that was a big one. Yeah.
Like this was a lot. I felt it was a lot louder than that.
Listen, I can't say one was louder than the other. I just know that the tonight's when they just owned the Supersonics was out of control. It was one of those moments where you're just sitting there like, you know, they didn't plan that to be that intense. Yeah. And Elias is all of us because he's trying to keep his straight face and he's just giggling because it's hilarious. But yeah, it's everything Elias is fantastic. Owens is doing nothing. So putting them together, like, you're just unintentionally fucking creating these epic moments. And I hope they keep them together to do some stuff, but I just feel like they're only together because of this Cena Lashley combo.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they just, like, if you're Vince McMahon or if you're Kevin Owens and Elias and you go back to Vince after that segment, you're like, dude, we just struck gold. Right? Like, that segment is pure gold.
But how do you capitalize on that? Not every city is going to be so pissed off about that. He does that to every city. This is honestly what Elias always does. He wasn't doing anything different.
Right, I know.
He just continues to do this, and he will continue to do this. This is just the craziest the city's ever gotten. If he needs to be working with like a Rodney Dangerfield type, where he's just like, I'm going to zing the fucking shit out of these people. Like coming to Philadelphia and then talking shit on Gritty, our new mascot. Like, you want to come at the fucking throat, we're going to fucking respond with negativity.
Yeah. But, like,
Gritty's number one.
It's very similar to Jericho and Owens in that sense, too, where it was kind of this thrown together team that then they can build out this whole storyline of them becoming, like, friends and getting all this heat. I mean, that is massive heat. And the only way to have you capitalize on that, Donnie, the only way is to go to Australia and lose to Lashley and John Cena.
Ah, that is true. You're right. I forgot. And then hopefully, if all things go according to WWE planning, again on Raw the following week. Because if there was a semblance of momentum, the old adage, stomp it out, because we can't have it.
Yeah, they lose because John Cena's not going to be back. They just lose to Lashley and Leo.
I don't know, BG. I read an article tomorrow on Bleacher Report about the possibility of John Cena must return full time following his return at Super Show. I read that tomorrow on Bleacher Report.
I'll tell you, and I definitely believe that you believe and want that.
Yeah, hey, listen. For the right price, I'll believe anything. Just for the record, I will believe. For some people prostitute themselves. I prostitute my beliefs.
There you go.
So I'll believe whatever you want for two hugs and like the cup of hug.
You know what I believe, Donnie? You know what I believe that our time is up here, and that we're about to kick it to our fans to join us. Kick it over to our fans to join us to discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly from Monday's Raw and what you think about Donnie's article tomorrow on BleacherReport.com.
Yes, that's where it will be. I promise you. It's not written yet, but it will be. You never know when it strikes. Guys, but remember, a big thank you. What you have to do now, click over where it says match me up in the corner. I don't know which corner I'm pointing to. One of these corners says match me up. After this, we're going to go in another room. We're going to have more chatty chat, one-on-one. We're going to have a lot of fun. So do that. Enjoy this. Every single Monday night, we're here at 11:15. We're having a really good time. I enjoy talking about Raw. I don't enjoy watching it. So it's the conundrum we face, but we do it for you every single Monday night here on Get Vocal. So please come back next week. We love you guys. God bless America. See you.